Which brings us now full circle back to understanding the relationship between 36 and 37. If 36 is viewed as a mere introduction to 37, telling us that the 10 Meraglim died in a Magef on account of the fact that we're Hotzi DIBAH al Haaretz, then it could be argued that the entire pasuk is superfluous. This information is clearly stated in 37 with the words Motziei DIBAH Haaretz Ra'ah, which would suggest that this is why Vayamutu HaNashim, this is why the people died in this Magef Lifnei Hashem. Rashi, however, in his commentary, will maintain that each of the pasukim has a different agenda, and therefore both are required. The agenda of 36 responds to the difficulty that if Moshe was successful in his negotiations with HaKadosh Baruch Hu on behalf of the people, why was this not the case with respect to the 10 Meraglim? 36 forewarns this problem by pointing out to us that the Meraglim targeted Moshe on account of his leadership skills. As such, he became a kategor and was prohibited from offering them any protection. 37's agenda is very different. Its agenda is to inform us what actually happened to the Meraglim, in this case, Vayamutu b'Magef Lifnei Hashem, and also the reason why this happened. That reason was because Motzei DIBAH Haaretz Ra'ah. By slandering the land, they were in effect targeting HaKadosh Baruch Hu in his decision to bring Bnei Israel out of Mitzrayim into Eretz Canaan. The problem was not one of Lashon Hara per se, but the underpinnings of that Lashon Hara. So we have two slanders, one against Moshe and his leadership, two against HaKadosh Baruch Hu, which is a belief issue of the two, but the belief issue is far more serious, and therefore that is the one that is recorded in 37. In light of the fact that the word DIBAH is neutral, there is a DIBAH Latov and a DIBAH Lara, 37 needed to specify that their sin was a Motzei DIBAH Haaretz Ra'ah. With Pasuk Lamed Vav 36, with its different agenda, the statement Lahotzi DIBAH al Haaretz is merely part of the narrative as to what the Anashim actually did. Namely, they brought back a report about the land. What is important though is that in that report, their target was to Vayalinu Alav, at Kol Ha'eda. As such, the fact that it was a DIBAH Ra'ah is immaterial and therefore it is not mentioned. Whereas in Pasuk 37, it was the fact that it was a DIBAH Ra'ah that caused their death. It was therefore necessary to include the fact that it was a DIBAH Ra'ah in the Pasuk.
This also will justify the inclusion of a rather lengthy dissertation on the part of Rashi regarding the word DIBAH, in which firstly he establishes that the word in of itself is word neutral. There is a DIBAH L'Tovah and a DIBAH L'Ra'ah. And it is only in Pasuk 37, rather than 36, that Rashi needs to clarify the matter, because in 36, the DIBAH is a word neutral and not part of the focus of the Pasuk, which is really the alav, that Moshe Rabbeinu was the target of the Meraglim. But because DIBAH in of itself is word neutral, Rashi needs to clarify and explain why the descriptive of DIBAH Haaretz Ra'ah is mentioned in 37. It is this rereading of the Rashi by the Rebbe, in which the focus is upon the word alav, that one can now go back to the original set of questions, and with one fell swoop, with a change of focus, those questions can be responded to. And with this we will conclude segment 2 of the Rebbe's SICHAH to Parshat Shalach.